Hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I'm here again, your mom Kat, para tulungan kayo sa inyong math modules. Now, we are to discuss the first week or the first topic for the third quarter, which is visualizing and describing the different solid figures. But before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please subscribe now and do not forget to hit the notification bell para lagi kang updated sa bagong video ko. Let's continue discussing on how to visualize and describe the different solid figure. Let's do a warm-up activity. Let's try to name the given shapes here. All right, what do you call this shape? This shape is what we call triangle. And this one? Yes, it is a square. How about this one? Yes, of course, it is a rectangle. How about this one? Yes, it is a pentagon. And this one, it is a hexagon. All right, all your answers are correct. This is just to review if you can still remember the name of these shapes. Now, so those examples are what we call the polygon. And a polygon is a simple closed figure formed by union of line segments. Now, we have different types of polygon here. As in our example, we have triangle, so quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, and so much more, according to their sides or according to the number of their sides. So we have here a rectangle, we have one side here, another side here. So we have four sides. So rectangle is an example of quadrilateral. That is why it is called quad, means four. Quadrilaterals are polygons with four sides. And these point where the two segments or where the two line segments meet is what we call the vertex. So we have here another vertex and another vertex. So we have four vertices here in our rectangle or an example of quadrilateral. So vertex are points or vertices are points where the line segments meet, where two. So in geometry, a polygon is a plane figure that is described by a finite number of straight line or straight line segments connected to form a closed polygonal chain or polygonal circuit. So now let's go to the next slide. So what is this figure? What can you see here? I have another figure here. Okay, now look at this figure. Is this a plane figure? So when we say plane figure, it has only a length and a width. But look at this figure. So we have here a rectangle, another rectangle. We have four rectangles, another rectangle here, and another rectangle here. So this figure is what we call the net of this solid figure. So when you fold this figure, you can form a prism, a rectangular prism here. So now, these are what we call the faces, another faces here. And these are what we call the vertex or the vertices. So in this figure, we have 6 rectangular faces and 8 vertices, while this line is what we called the edge. So from this figure, how many edges do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this rectangular prism has 12 edges. Solid figures are figures that have 3 dimensions such as length, width, and height. Looking at this picture, we have here the length, the width, and the height of this rectangular prism. And this is an example of a solid figure. Now look at these example. Is it a rectangular prism? No, it is a cube. So when we say cube, it has 6 square faces. Now let's look for the net of this cube. How are we going to form a cube? So we have here 1 square. Square is a plane figure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have here 6 plane figures which are squares. So when we fold this figure, we can form a cube. These are the faces of a cube. Now, a cube has 6 square faces. And these are the vertices of the cube. It has 8 vertices. And how about the edges? We have here the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has 12 edges. How about prism? What is a prism? All right. So just to make it clear, rectangular prism and the cube are example of prism, and they are solid figures. So in this example, we have, what do you call this figure? Well, we have here 3 rectangles and 2 triangles, which can form a triangular prism. So triangular prism has 5 faces. Where are those faces? Has 5 faces. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have here 5 faces, and the vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. And the edges we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Triangular prism has 9 edges, 6 vertices, and 5 faces. And as I have said, rectangular prism and cube are example of prism. And we have here a Toblerone box. This box is an example is a concrete example of triangular prism. This is also an example of triangular prism. Now we have another solid figure, which is a pyramid. Pyramid is a solid figure made up of base and triangular faces. These faces meet at a common topmost point called the vertex, and the vertex is also called the apex of the pyramid. The edges that meet at the vertex are called lateral edges. Now, let's have a picture of a pyramid. One of the famous pyramid or a concrete example of pyramid is the Pyramid of Giza that can be found in Egypt. Now, here we have a square pyramid. A pyramid can be named according to the base of the pyramid. Since we have here a square base, so it is called as a square pyramid. This is what we call the lateral faces. The triangles are the lateral faces. And this is what we call the vertex. And this is our base. It is a square pyramid. We have here another example of, or another kind of pyramid. We have the triangular pyramid, rectangular pyramid, and a pentagonal pyramid. Next solid figure is a cylinder. Is a solid figure that has two circles and a curved lateral face. So this is an example of a cylinder. We have the curved surface and the circular base. Okay, this coin bank is an example of a cylinder. And this cylindrical glass is an example of cylinder. So next solid figure is a cone. Cone is a solid that has a circular base, one circular base, and a single vertex. If the vertex is over the center of the base, it is called a right cone. Or if it is not, it is called an oblique cone. An object that is shaped like a cone is said to be conical. All right, this is an example of right cone. We have here a circular base and a vertex. All right, this cornetto is an example, is a concrete example of a cone. All right, this hat is also an example of a cone. And this traffic warning sign is also an example of a cone, removing the base, which is a rectangular prism. Now, next solid figure is a sphere. A sphere is a round solid figure or its surface with every point on its surface equidistant from its center. So any point on the side of the sphere or on the surface of the sphere is equidistant to the center. All right, this is an example of a sphere figure. This is what we call the center of the sphere. So again, a sphere is a solid figure where the points on its surface are equidistant to its center. Example of a sphere is a globe or a model of a globe or basketball. That is the last solid figure. Let's have an activity. Let's practice what you have learned. Let's play plane or solid. Let's identify the figure if it is a plane or a solid figure. So this one is a plane figure. It is a triangle. So when we say plane figure, it has only length and width. And this one is what we call solid figure. It is a cylinder. And this one is a solid figure. It is a rectangular prism. And this one is a plane figure. All right, good job. Now, let's guess it. It has 6 square faces. What is that? How about this one? I have a circular vase and a vertex. And the last one is I have a polygonal base and triangular faces. Now, I will leave this activity for you. I want you to comment down below the answer for this activity. So if you know the answer for this activity, just comment your answer in our comment box. All right, so I think that's it for today. Hope you have learned in our lesson. And then let's shout out for our subscribers, Gerald Season. Thank you for watching Teacher Kat. Salamat sa'yo. And then we have Shara Colot, Erica Ramos. So shout out sa inyong tatlo. Salamat sa panonood kay Ma'am Kat. At always, please always watch my videos. Ano nakatulong ako sa'yo. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share this to your friends, classmates, and teacher. Thank you everyone. God bless.